Hi, hello, howdy. This is the first episode, probably, of Ballads of the Vistani. I'm Helika Campbell. I will be the DM today. Do we want to just go in a circle, say our names?
I'm Galen.
I'm Ellie. I'll be playing Bill.
I'm Elliot. I'll be playing Squee.
I'm Gavin, and I'll be playing Xander.
I'm Victoria, and I'll be playing Lionel.
Nice.
Galen's playing Sereth.
Sarah, okay.
Oh,
So let's... Oh, this is called the G8 one-shot, by the way. Thank you. I figure we should get that out of the way. Let's start pretty strong. I would like everyone to roll a d20 for me. Don't add anything to it.
Fuck. You're going in dice jail.
Okay. Starting with Victoria, and we'll go around that way. What did you all roll?
You rolled a 4?
I got a 2.
Oh my god, 11.
5.
10.
Squirrel goes first.
And that's the end of the
Off
first
of my
one, so-
titty.
Thanks for playing, everyone. That was it. You all die.
Fuck.
DC was 20. I'm sorry, none of you made it. It's just...
It's
Rolling
rough, it's
characters.
rough. Okay.
No, not
Okay.
Bill.
Oh, I should probably... No, it's fine. You all are an adventuring party sanctioned by the Phoenix Feather Guild. Hopefully you all got that message.
Woo.
You have been traveling for about 3 months now, going through an endlessly barren wasteland known as the Hydra Marshes. You have not seen a living creature outside of yourself for about 3 weeks now.
Birds to eat.
I
Not
hate
even a
all of
bird.
you.
Crunchy birds.
That was fast. We haven't even established that. As you guys are entering a particularly muddy section, Squee,
Yeah.
the lovable squirrel,
Yes. Yes.
you are able to very easily hop over what looks to be a mud pit.
Oh.
Would you like to describe how Squee does this and what Squee looks like as a result?
How big is this mud pit?
Pretty decently sized.
Okay, so assuming usually I sit in the tits of Dad, or Bill, sorry.
Yeah.
So I probably see this mud pit and just launch myself as far as I can while attempting to push you down, probably. So Squee, imagine if anyone has seen Dawn of the Dinosaurs Ice Age, the little guy with the
Scrat!
Yeah. So imagine him, but he's a squirrel.
Did he die?
Huh?
Did he die?
Did Scrat die?
Sadly, yes.
Oh.
But he lived?
Squee's still alive. Yeah, and he has an eye patch, but it just sometimes isn't on because he doesn't need it. He just thinks it looks cool. And yeah, in fact, he doesn't wear any clothes, but he's a squirrel, so he doesn't have to. And it doesn't.
Winnie the Pooh.
yes, he's obsessed with honey. And he doesn't have any really things on him, really. Except some of his fur is in great condition. Oh, and it's red. He has kind of like a light red fur. And very large teeth.
As a squirrel should.
Yeah. And when he jumps across the pit, he's kind of like a Pokemon, and he says his name aloud, so he goes, Squee! And then launches himself as far as he can.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Upon hearing Squee exclaim his own name, like a Pokemon, it should be noted Pokemon do exist. Sereth, you happen to see the mud pit, and you're just very briskly able to sidestep it. Do you want to describe what you look like?
Yeah. So, oh gosh, on the spot. Have you guys seen those titanium dice that are like blowtorch and they're rainbow colored? As you know, a member of the angelic race of Azamars, the eyes look like pools of rainbow titanium, as does the hair, obviously, and wearing, traveling clothes. Doesn't need armor. Nobody needs armor.
No. Mm-mm.
Yep. Super graceful though, stepping over that mud pit.
No, beautifully executed, I imagine. Which brings us to Bill,
Yeah!
who, having your tits, were just used as a launch pad, you actually stumble a bit from the force of Squee's little foot pads. You stumble, but you don't quite land in the mud pit.
Okay.
Do you want to describe yourself as you quickly catch yourself?
Yeah, I'm Bill. I am like 6'3". I'm about 45 years old. Massive fucking titties. They're like toned, really hot. I'm wearing a Hawaiian shirt and it covers them gracefully. Like, I'm not a whore, but like kind of sexy. I'm wearing oversized pants with a big belt, and on my belt is my fanny pack. I've got my pants rolled up a little bit, and I'm wearing socks and sandals. I'm assuming they're a little muddy, and I kind of bear it, even though the feeling of wet socks is like the worst. I've got a big backpack I carry. On my side, I also have my sword, and carved on the hilt of the sword says "World's Best Dad," and pretty like stereotypically like handsome face. Probably like mostly like dark brown, a little bit of silver, light stubble beard, kind of like misty gray eyes. Oh, and I also have a massive badger. Her name is Leanne.
And Leanne does not stumble into the mud pit either.
No, she's cool like that.
Xander, sort of walking up behind Bill, you almost accidentally push Bill into the mud pit, but you are also able to catch yourself just barely. Would you like to describe your character?
Yeah. So my character, they are a half-elf. They're nearing their 30s. They're 28 at this point in their life. They're kind of a slut. They have a huge robe, but it's not closed, so you can see kind of like
you're joining me in
chest.
titty?
Yeah, I'm joining you in titty. But the reason for that is because they have a scar going down their side that like reaches down to like their thigh.
Ooh.
And they just don't really like fabric touching the upper half. They have longish hair at this point. It's a little bit scruffy. They have blue eyes and a little bit of a broken nose. Like, it's obvious that like it was broken at some point in their life but didn't set properly. And they have a book, their spell book, attached to their side. And yeah.
Nice. And you are unscathed. Not in mud. Unlike Lionel, who has just fallen face in, tripping forward into the mud. You are briefly reminded of all of your failures. No. You're just embarrassed. You're embarrassed and everyone saw it. Do you want to describe what your character looks like when he's not covered in mud?
First of all, I'm pretty sure he turned very red. So, baby Lionel is 12 years old. He has, like, the classic shaggy anime hair that's silver, and he's a white boy with unnatural icy blue eyes. He also, this is a quote, he blinked once last week. So he doesn't do that very often. He is 4'10". He's a little boy. He holds himself really tall because he's super proud of himself. And he wears like really simple practical clothes. So he's in like an off-white tunic and black trousers. And the only thing of note is, like, he wears a silver ring on his left index finger with an amethyst used for his arcane focus.
Aww.
Yeah.
Miss DM, can I help up Lionel?
Yes.
Okay. I kneel down in the mud and I put my hand on your shoulder and I kind of help you, like, peel you out of the mud, and I go, "It's okay, champ," and I give you a good old pat on the back. I help wipe off the mud a little bit using my shirt.
Squeeze doing like the muscle stretches. Yeah. On the other side of the mud pit.
Lionel, like, accepts the help, but then as soon as he's up, kind of pushes you away.
It's okay.
They grow
So
up
proud of my
fast.
boy.
Okay. Sareth and Squee, would you roll a perception check for me, please?
I like the sound of that.
Do you want to roll on my dice?
Sure. Oh.
18.
Oh, I also got an 18.
Perfect. Okay. Squee, you're probably the first to see it because you're not really paying attention to Lionel
Nope.
whatsoever because you're a squirrel.
Yep.
About 60, 70 feet away, there seems to be a figure waving to you in the distance. The only thing you can really make out is their all-white uniform.
Are we expecting to see a figure?
You were told to come to the middle of these barren wastelands. And that was all the information you got.
Okay. I'm going to brush my, just stand up
Wave
at
back.
full height, which is about 1.5 feet. I'm going to, you see as Squee takes a big breath, and he raises his hand to the sky, and a big fucking hammer just appears in his hand, probably like 5 feet of length, like huge hammer, easily 3-4 times his size. He just turns to the rest of the party. We have to go, and then I'll charge! I'm going to run at the figure.
Do you all follow suit?
After I make sure Lionel's okay, yeah, I'll wipe the mud off of me, give Leanne a quick pet, charge after, pick up Squeeb, throw him on,
I was gonna say, I don't move very fast.
throw him on my tits.
Put Squee back where he belongs.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm gonna follow after them. But before doing so, I'm gonna cast Mage Armor on myself.
Okay. Sareth?
I'm gonna also cast Mage Armor with my Armor of Shadows. But I'm not gonna follow after them. I feel like this might not be good.
Lionel?
I'm gonna follow from the back of the pack.
Okay. So currently the order is Bill and Squee,
Yeah.
Xander, and then Sareth and Lionel in the back.
And Leanne's with me.
Yeah, I'd assume so. I'm assuming right now that Leanne is on your shoulder because as a badger, she can't really go that fast.
No, I have a 30 speed and she does too.
Okay.
She's a fast badger.
She's very fast. She can burrow 10 feet though, as well.
Oh.
Go Leanne.
Leanne's really cool.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
awesome.
So then, Squee and Bill.
Yep.
As you begin to approach the figure, what are you doing? Because Squee, you're now in Bill's tits.
I'm swinging
Nestled.
the hammer.
Nestled in my tits.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Bill, are you charging at this figure?
Yeah, it's a total friendly charge though. Like, hey, what's up?
Okay. As you get closer, you realize that this figure is a lot smaller than you realize. He's about
New child to
5'5".
adopt.
He's about what?
5'5", so he's not as
American
domineering.
average.
American average, it's true. He looks to be a young, dark-skinned human. You can see, now that you're closer, on his chest is the phoenix feather symbol,
Oh, good.
which is just a pair of golden wings. He sort of stumbles back. He's like, whoa,
Hi, I'm Bill.
wasn't expecting such a charismatic greeting. I'm Kenny. I'll be your guide for the day.
Nice to meet you, Kenny.
Lay your weapons down!
I put my hand over Squeak. Sorry, he's a little violent.
I see. You must be Squee.
Yes. Squee is here.
Yes, we speak about you very frequently back at headquarters.
Could I have a reputation?
Only negative things, right?
Well, I mean, you guys are a pretty amazing party, I assume.
Hell yeah, we are.
Do we have a party name?
Do you guys have a party? Do you want to come up with one?
Bill would have enforced one.
Party
You want,
name in
like the
5.
fighting squirrels.
Yes.
Four.
What about the flying mongooses?
That's
That's a
good.
good
That's
team
good.
name.
Whatever it is, Lionel's gonna hate it.
Whatever.
Lionel and the other people.
What?
Lionel and the Fighting Squirrels?
Lionel and the Fighting Squirrels!
Okay. Is that the party name? Is that what we're going with?
Yeah.
Lionel
Oh,
and friends.
okay. This is gonna be interesting.
Lionel still hates it.
Kenny pulls like a scroll from his little satchel and he sort of looks at it and goes, the Fighting Squirrels and Lionel?
Yep.
No, Lionel
way
and the Fighting Squirrels.
Oh, that seems odd. Which one of you is Lionel?
That
Point
would
to
be
my
me.
son.
I see.
The obvious team leader. 4'10".
You may not. There was an accident. The paperwork was left out, and Lionel started to put down their name, thinking that was like a party member.
Oh, that makes sense.
But I
see.
support him as our leader.
Oh, you're the team leader.
Yes.
That's good to know. He'll want to meet with you first.
Giving a little pat on Lionel's head. Yes, you are, buddy. Yeah, you are.
Hand on the shoulder. Get it, champ!
Victoria is terrified.
Okay. Well, let me just make sure I have everything set. The scoreless Squee.
Yes.
Lionel.
Yes.
Xander.
Xander. Okay. So I'm assuming Sereth?
Bill.
Bill, that's right. You introduced yourself. So you must be Sereth. Okay. Then we're all accounted for. Do you all have your badges?
Present
Yes.
it.
You all present your badges?
Yes.
Okay. For legal purposes, I do have to, and he sort of straightens up a bit as he says this, I do have to let you know that any of what you see today, if it is given to the public as information, we will have to execute you publicly. With that out of the way...
Why
Good
would
to
you
know.
execute us publicly if you don't want the information to go public?
Oh, we'd frame you as criminals, and then we would...
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Jeff Bezos.
Gotta love this organization.
Yes.
Do we work for Amazon?
Galen, you can't crack open my one shot like that. You just got here.
That was the
I'm
reveal.
sorry.
That was
All
the
of-
twist.
I have so many pages of like background, and you just...
Sorry. Anyway, sponsored by Audible.
We're not.
But if they wanted to,
Yeah, but like, hit us up. No one's gonna want to sponsor us.
maybe clap cleats.
Maybe Amazon will.
Yeah, we have really positive PR for Amazon.
Yeah.
At this current moment.
Yeah. Okay. Do you all have everything you need to head to G8?
Yeah,
yeah.
sure. Small man.
I cover
You're
Squee again and I
very
go,
small,
I am
Squee."
so sorry.
Everyone is
It's
small.
it's okay. I mean,
He's self-conscious.
he is.
From under your teeth. We should smash him.
I look down.
Squee,
No,
Shut the
Squee.
fuck up.
Thank you, Kenny. We do have everything we need.
Okay. With that, Kenny claps his hands together, and you all watch as from underneath the mud, a mechanism seems to push upwards. On it are golden sigils just sort of engraved. They look to be arcane runes. They glow with a bright light, and then in a snap, you're gone. When you recover,
Is Squee still in my titties?
Squee is still in your titties.
Yes.
There's a very distinct nauseous feeling as you recover your footing, but when you all open your eyes again, you are standing in what looks to be a glass bubble in the middle of the sky.
Is Kenny there with us?
Are
Kenny
we
is there.
falling?
Okay.
You are just floating. in
Kenny,
that
what
bubble.
the fuck?
So it seems to me that none of you have been briefed.
Absolutely fucking not.
No, we haven't.
You didn't, and there wasn't like a guide before me.
No.
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 Was there supposed to be?
Yes, Benny. I will talk to her, and we will sort this out later.
Where the hell were we supposed to meet Benny?
Well, you should have seen her after you left the guild.
What the fuck?
We haven't seen anyone or anything for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
You guys just like ventured out into wastelands, like not even. What if you didn't find?
That's what
I'm not
adventurers
gonna-
do.
I mean, this is how I
That's
was
what heroes
raised.
do.
Okay, yeah, I mean that is
Yeah,
what
I
heroes
was
do.
raised similarly.
That's because you're my son.
Adoption.
Forced adoption.
It has been forced. Yes, you are my son legally.
As you may or probably may not know, the G8 base is our greatest base.
How's
Kenny
tight
kind
the
of like-
security? How tight is the security?
Well, Extremely. Given that no adventurer has set foot in it for the last 300 years. This is actually this should be my first time. And Kenny kind of thinks about it and he starts counting on his fingers. Yeah, it's my first time.
Is Kenny like 1,000,000 years old?
Do you want to ask?
No. We'll leave that. We'll leave that there.
It's a mystery for later.
The villain of the story is actually Kenny.
Oh, it's Jeff Bezos. We've been over this. Oh gosh, what was Kenny just saying? He sort of nods to himself. It's where we keep all of our forbidden magic items. They all go to G8. The bubble starts moving as Kenny's talking. It's where we keep our highly dangerous criminals to be executed at a later date, which is why you're going. You do know that, right?
I don't
Maybe
like
you
how
knew
you
it,
phrased
actually.
that.
You knew it.
But for the sake of just everyone who might have forgotten, even though we all do know why we're here, just go over it one more time.
You don't have a case file?
Were we supposed to be given one?
Was Benny supposed to give it to us?
It's like just blood drains out of Kenny's face. He looks up to the now infinite sky.
You're doing okay, champ.
Oh, I'm not the one who's going to get fired. Clavis Mayborn, one of the most notorious con men.
I know his name.
Why do you?
No reason.
Well, I'm not going to ask. You're a squirrel. Squirrels shouldn't know notorious
Yes, and
con
you're
men.
a tiny, tiny man.
Belittled.
We're sorry, Kenny. Continue.
Recently, one of our bases came under attack, the Guilis branch. We lost 536 members in one of the most catastrophic tragedies the Phoenix Feather Guild has ever seen. We found the man, Clavis, and have imprisoned him in the G8 branch to be executed. However, we are not against allowing a man, even as vile as himself, to have one last request, and his request was to meet with you.
Squee, do you know anything about this?
Yeah, Squee, what's this about?
No.
I just
Squee,
button up
you
my
did
shirt
say
and
that
cover
knew
you.
who they were.
I know the name. All criminals know his name.
What?
I mean, I've
You're a
read-
criminal.
What? Look. I just point.
Is this the nut job?
We're trying to.
In an early life,
Yeah, you
Squee was
fucking know.
a acorn heist man.
Okay.
No, he wouldn't tell us what the visit was for. We just kind of assumed he knew one of you or all of you. Have you not met Clavis before?
Not from at least my recollection.
Never had the pleasure of being in his presence.
This doesn't bode well.
Well, in any case, it's his dying wish, so he'll be executed in about 8 hours. In any case, all you have to do is meet with him. That is all we are asking you to do.
That was some fun ASMR.
God, I love ASMR. Do you have any more questions for me? Is there anything I don't know. He's kind of a...
I think we can wing it. This sounds like a,
You're
You
the
don't really
horny
need to
one,
be
right,
prepared.
Xander?
What the fuck?
Please don't fuck him.
We don't use that kind of language.
Yeah, Lionel, you're 12.
Kiddo,
us
we're gonna
adults
have
are allowed
to...
to say fuck.
Kiddo, we're gonna have a
Fuck
conversation.
you.
Where's the
I'm
bleep button?
I'm going to go get some soap right now. Turn this around. I'm going to get soap.
Once we're in, we can't really turn around.
We're
like,
getting soap.
There might be...
Do you have soap?
I
I
start
open up my
soaping
fanny
an
pack
artifact
and
of
I
soap.
start digging through it. I'm gonna say I find the tiniest piece of soap. Young man, put it in your mouth. Wash out your mouth with soap.
Thanks, I'm already covered in mud.
I'm trying
Do you
so
have-
hard.
Do you have a
As
little thing of moist towelettes for the mud?
No, but I have a.
The
I
soap
pull
is
out
not
one of my
gonna fix-
emotional healing band-aids and I put it on your head. It is Mickey Mouse.
Kenny kind of nods to himself and turns to you, Sarah, and goes, "You guys are like real members, right? Like you're not. You're a successful adventuring party."
I assume so. Yes.
Yes. Our methods are unorthodox, though.
I see.
There has nothing.
You're in
if
my
we haven't
tits.
had a crit-
Kenny, you've seen the squirrel, right?
Yes, I've seen the squirrel.
Our methods are unorthodox.
We haven't died yet, and we haven't been fired, unlike Benny. So
Yeah.
Hey, DM, how long have we all been together?
It's up to you guys. I would assume at least a year.
Okay.
we could be together for like 3 months. We met at the start of our journey into the barren wasteland.
That would also be good.
Bill's the oldest member of this party. It's his family.
Raised us all.
Yes.
Okay. As, you know, Bill is trying to father Lionel to Lionel's displeasure and Kenny's having a crisis, the bubble goes a bit faster, and then it goes really fucking fast. Everyone roll an athletics check for me.
Oh no.
I'm
Is that
good
a
at
20?
these.
Yeah, d20, and then you add your strength. Fuck yeah, Kenny.
That right?
Okay,
That right?
going Victoria through.
I have 3.
Oh boy.
I got an 8.
17.
19.
17.
Okay. You three are able to hold your footing pretty well in the
My
bubble.
tits.
You two and Kenny.
Can I, while we're going really fast, can I attempt to push down Kenny?
You're in my
Yes.
tits!
Well, I'll jump out and jump back in. I'm a squirrel.
Do an acrobatics check.
Another one?
Yep.
Oh, wait, acrobatics is different. Oh, that's Dex. Oh, no.
It
Right,
fell on
okay.
the floor.
That's also 17. Oh, and that was a nat 20 that fell on the floor.
You hate to hear it.
God damn, go Kenny. We'll start firstly. So you two are flung against the side of the bubble. It doesn't hurt. You don't take any damage from it, but it's deeply unpleasant.
Should I have rolled for Leanne?
No.
Okay.
Leanne's a perfect creature.
Yes, she is.
Badgers have 9 lives anyway.
Yeah.
It's true. 12 actually in this one shot.
Oh, okay.
Fun
so
fact.
Good for
I
Leanne.
need to change that on
Damn.
my character sheet.
Yeah.
Squee, as soon as you feel the bubble like picking up pace, you hatch your plan almost instantaneously.
Yep.
Leaping out of Bill's tits, you grab onto the back of Kenny and just tug him down. He is also flung against the side. You're able to just sort of worm your way around his neck so you're on his chest, so you don't take any damage.
But Kenny does?
Kenny is deeply unhappy. The bubble finally comes to a stop over... I don't know how to describe this. None of you have ever seen an airship in your lives, but it's a massive fucking airship.
Oh, okay.
Like what kind of airship? Like a blimp? Or like a shield helicarrier?
Like a shield helicarrier.
Oh no.
It's made out of sort of this white, almost marble-like material. You see a lot of gold towers coming up from it. It looks to be a floating city. The bubble comes down to this small landing pad, and it pops onto the little landing. Kenny gets up off the
Well,
ground.
I'd like to whisper in his ear.
You're welcome.
And then I'll jump back up onto Bill. I'll be on your shoulder this time.
Okay.
As you jump away, you kind of hear Kenny muttering to himself, unorthodox methods, unorthodox methods.
I want to go over to Lionel and put another emotional band-aid on him.
I'm gonna rip him off and throw him on the ground.
It's okay, champ. You're allowed to feel things. I know there's a lot of toxic masculinity built up inside you, but we're gonna break down those walls.
Please shut up.
I also go over to Kenny and try and put one on him.
He lets you. He kind of gestures to his shoulder.
He puts it on.
And says, thank you, I think.
It'll make it all better.
It already has. Seems like he needed that more than I did. And he gets up again. He adjusts his little satchel, turns to the rest of you and goes, if you'd follow me, I can give you a semi-proper tour of G8.